At the moment, there's about 12 million people that file tax returns in the UK, and there's still 5.7 million, according to the latest HMRC stats, who are outstanding and still need to file. So quite a way to go to get all those returns in.
And of course, the best way to do this now is online. The bad old days of having to fill out the paperwork are behind us. But what kind of pitfalls do people commonly make, and how can we all avoid them to avoid those horrible fines?
The biggest pitfall really is just leaving it too late, and maybe just burying your head in the sand. I mean, we just say the biggest tip we could say is just be proactive. Try and if you're using an accountant, get in touch with them. If you're not using an accountant, you haven't yet registered. There are delays with getting UTRs, which you need to be able to file your return. So if you're a first-time filer, really the message is very clearly, don't delay, get online and really do it online as well. As you say, that's the way to avoid those delays, avoid using mail where possible as well at this stage, just because everything online will be that much quicker.
Talk about the penalties. What are the pitfalls if people are slow to do this?
So if you miss the deadline, and the tax return deadline is at the end of the month, 31st of January, if you miss submitting your tax return on that day, you'll automatically be given a £100 penalty. So there's an automatic penalty that applies. But as time moves on, those penalties start to rack up. So after 3 months, you're looking at £10 daily penalties, up to a maximum of £900. And there's more penalties coming in at 6 and 12 months, and they can be tax geared as well. So the more tax outstanding you have, the higher those fines and penalties will be. So really, although the initial penalty may not be as high as some of the later penalties, it's still really important to avoid any fines and penalties, and £100 is still £100.
And I've got to say, Andy, as somebody who really has a lot of sleepless nights myself, I've been self-employed, I've been through every employment type possible. What I found has been a real help is online banking, because you can call up your online banking, you can search for the payee or the direct debit. It makes it so much easier. And actually, doing your tax return, it makes so much stress go away rather than just kind of putting it off. And that must be a huge issue, because it is really, really stressful, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, every year, although we're accountants, at this point in the year, everybody's acting as a bit of a counsellor as people come in panicked. And you're absolutely right. If you have online banking, you can take a lot of stress and pressure out. And equally, also using modern digital tools and apps to prepare your account just makes things a lot quicker and simpler for you as well. Again, just don't delay. Make sure that if you're signing up for any new services, that you do it as promptly as you possibly can.